It's a fine ID. It's gonna work. It's passable, okay? This isn't terrible. I mean, it's up to you, Fogel. This guy's either gonna think, here's another kid with a fake ID, or here's McLovin, the 25-year-old Hawaiian organ donor. Okay, so what's it gonna be?
I am McLovin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Elder God Podcast, episode 9. Woo! With the Elder God, McLovin. And this episode is sponsored by the Eastfield Mall, but they backed out last minute, so they're not the actual sponsor, but we'll get into that later. I'm your host, as always, Big Sal. You guys smell that? You smell that? It smells like freedom, because today is Independence Day as we're recording this. So happy 4th of July, everybody.
Woo! Stolen land!
And this is my co-host, as always, Big Bad Thad.
You may hear some fireworks in the background. That's just,
That's little Andre.
That's little Andre.
Having some fun. He's finally feeling better. Returning from episode 4, we have Misha Collins.
Hello.
A beautiful Misha Collins.
You can say. I'm not going to intrude. Okay. And making his return from episode 3 and episode 5, he gets mentioned a lot on the podcast, Tony Franchise.
Hello.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
There's a guy who asked a question very similar to your name for the week.
It's interesting, ain't it?
Yeah.
Before we jump in, I just want to make it clear that Kanzi is not here again. He has not been seen since episode 3.
So, it's 6 episodes missing now.
Right, and the fans are clamoring for him.
So relax, okay? Look, he's coming. We're not hiding his body. All right.
Janice, put that away.
Janice! You have some housekeeping to say?
I think you have some housekeeping to say. Yeah.
Okay. So, there's been some discourse over the coming months. Is this a food podcast? Yes and no. It's not a food podcast, but we do talk about food a lot. Like, we love food. We're foodies.
We like to eat.
You like food? You like food? You love food. We like food. You okay? Sorry.
We do a lot of food reviews and drink reviews.
Okay. We do a lot of food. We do a lot of food reviews. We have a food review Snapchat group. We all post our food reviews. All the podcast guests. We all have our own little group. Now, this podcast, it's a little iffy because certain things happen. Let's just say there's going to be a lot of food in this podcast, all right? So, get your tummies rubbling. This is it.
There's a lot of food in the podcast.
Speaking of which, first off, last episode, Mr. Double Digit Dan informed us that they were selling Coke Tic Tacs now. A week later, I was walking around CVS getting some stuff, and they had a nice little display of Coke Tic Tacs, which I picked up. They were right here. Been waiting. Really want to try them. But first, some facts. Now, these Coke Tic Tacs, they've actually been around since January, and we just happened to find them now. And they were announced last October, so in some Elder God fate, I happened to find them right after we mentioned them on the podcast, so I opened them up.
How much were they?
I don't know.
Because it's a bigger container than normal Tic Tacs.
There's 3 different sizes. I somehow got the biggest one. I didn't know when I bought it.
There's 2 smaller than that? So there's a regular Tic Tac?
There's a regular Tic Tac and a medium Tic Tac. This is the big boy. Pouring out here for Misha. ASMR.
Amazing.
Have you seen them anywhere else since you found these?
No, I haven't. I've been looking. I've only found it at that CVS. So.
Ooh, they say Coca-Cola on them.
They do.
On these little Tic Tacs, it says Coca-Cola perfectly.
It does.
That beautiful logo.
Do you think someone wrote it down? Like a little pen?
This is all handwritten.
Paintbrush.
All right,
You can't do that with a pen.
They're a white with the red Coke logo.
Coke Tic Tac going in.
You just went right into crunching.
Whoa.
I will say I wasn't expecting them to actually taste like Coca-Cola, but goddamn, they are. They do.
That's straight up Coke.
You ever had the Haribo little Coke gummies? That's what this tastes like.
These are better. I like these better.
Yeah, but good. What do you think, Misha?
You're good.
Pretty good. I'm gonna do a 3 for right now.
See, now the question is, these are breath mints, correct? Now our breaths are going to be smelling like Coke instead of minty. So what's kind of...
I think I'd rather the Coke than mint. I wish there was Coca-Cola flavored toothpaste.
What's more American than Coca-Cola?
I wish there was a Coca-Cola Jewel.
Moxie.
Yeah, then
Coca-Cola Jewel?
Yeah.
What would that be?
The electric.
Oh, a jewel.
Yeah, jewel.
I thought you meant
I know we're too old to know what jewels
jewelry, like a gem.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about too.
I'm not hip. So.
I just want to make it clear here. You guys just put it in your mouth and start crunching.
Yeah.
Is that normal for Tic Tacs?
I don't know. I'm not.
Whenever I eat Tic Tac, which is rare, but I feel like you just suck on it.
Yeah.
Wait till it disappears. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll suck one.
I think it depends on how bad your breast stinks and how fast you want.
Interesting.
Because there are times where I just crunch, and there are times that I just suck.
Okay.
Don't take that out of terms, but
So what's everyone's thoughts on this?
a lot better than what I thought they were going to be.
Only thing I'd say is I wish the bottle or the container was a little Coke bottle.
That would be amazing.
It has a little
Right. But what
Thing
if
right
that
there,
was the
but-
shape of it?
Special edition.
Maybe that's exclusive to like Dollar General.
You know, it's crazy. They say it's limited edition, but it's apparently been around 6 months already. So
Maybe they only run 6 months. Maybe they pulled them off the shelves today.
I got the last one.
There you go.
Could be. You got to save that. Sell it in the future.
Maybe I
Shout
got
out
the
to
idea
Dan.
from someone.
I was listening to the last podcast, and I have a very dear friend of mine. He writes, I believe, questions to the show.
But fucks.
No.
Oh.
I believe you called him, it was Tone Francis.
That's the guy I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good friend of mine, actually. There was an episode 7 that you started to answer his question, but apparently you never finished it.
Oh, boy.
He wrote a letter to us, specifically to you.
How did you get my mail?
He gave it to me. I told him I was going to be on the show, and he said, I want you to mention
federal
it.
offense.
Well, I don't know any cops. You don't know any cops. Just don't keep it under the table.
I don't know no cops.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to read this lovely letter that he wrote specifically for this. All right. So he says, Dear Lord Chadius, you have yet to answer my first question mentioned in episode 7. My original question was why did you blur your face in the beginning of episode 6, but showed your face at the end of the episode? I have sent Mr. Franchise pictures from the episode to prove what I am talking about. I'll be waiting for the full answer to my question in the next podcast.
Maybe.
P.S. In the future, you may refer to me as TF since you have such a hard time pronouncing my name. Thank you for your time,
Tiff.
Mr. Chad.
Okay. First off, I want to point out this is like what the 4th podcast we have to show this damn picture of Mrs. Kwan with the cart. But the reason I did it is I don't want Bronson Security going through YouTube and seeing my face with their property. Okay, I don't want Bronson Security coming.
That's right. That's the.
Yeah, we got the picture right there of Mrs. Kwan.
But this is the picture at the end.
Yeah, but that's a different That's a whole different situation. That's me at PAX East right before Buzz does stuff to me and my homies there.
There's also pictures of
Totally different.
your face from what?
Yeah, but there's no picture of me at Walmart with stolen property.
Okay. All right.
They're not coming after me.
I hope that answered his question. I guess we'll find out in the future.
I hope TF is listening.
TF, the fuck.
Fred's cousin.
Fred's cousin.
Fred's nickname in high school.
All right. On next housekeeping, we want to give a special shout out to our first celebrity notice. Mr. Billy Mays III liked my tweet about this podcast. Thank you, Mr. Billy III. I did not know Billy Mays was the second, so I learned something
I hope we did the right thing in honoring your father.
on Father's Day.
God bless Billy Mays.
Moment of silence. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, you probably just like any tweet that says Billy Mays. I'm going to pretend you actually listen. So thank you.
For the sake of this, let's take a listen.
In our last housekeeping, I was forced to mention this. I did get the Liberty Brew. Best Mountain Dew. Go buy it.
How was it?
I love Liberty Brew. You're not a huge fan anymore.
Not after we drank that pineapple one, which was really good in the last podcast. I'm not a big Mountain Dew guy to start with, though I've drinking more Mountain Dew in the last 3 weeks than I have my entire life,
You're not a doer.
just because of you and this podcast.
What about you, Misha? Like
I
the...
like the frostbite one.
What?
Maybe I have to give that one another try.
What about you, TF?
I'm not a huge Mountain Dew fan, but I did try the Liberty Brew. I will say it is interesting.
50 flavors in one.
50
is.
flavors.
Now I got a question because I think we should talk about this. I believe that soda tastes better in the can than it does coming out of a bottle.
Oh my god.
Everyone's thoughts?
I believe we had a conversation about this not too long ago,
I'm talking plastic bottle versus can.
and I believe I agreed with you because it was the Coca-Cola Orange Vanilla. I had it in the bottle. Wasn't too much of a fan, but you found a can and you graciously gave it to me, and I did say I liked it better in the can.
I feel like it tastes crisper in a can.
It's the same thing. There's no
not.
difference. There's no difference
There's
between
some
can and
type
bottle.
of. Well,
The
Comment
bottle,
below.
here's the difference. The bottle has more fluid.
Depending on what size bottle.
Oh my god.
You can get little ones.
Let's be honest here. The way I like to drink my soda, I like to pour it out in a nice glass, some ice cubes. That's my preferred way.
so you like the water to
Oh.
go and melt
my
into
God. I
it?
think
It's
like
This
a
guy's
cold
anti-ice
beverage.
in his soda.
Yeah, I don't like it. Look, if you're gonna have a soda, you gotta have it straight up.
I know someone who, no lie, drinks Coors Light with ice. Coors Light on the rocks.
Oh, Call them out right now.
No, because I know that they were listening. So I just want to bring that up.
My preferred way is actually in Tic Tac form.
Okay. It's understandable.
Yeah.
I will say Tic Tac form is growing on me as well.
How about you, Misha? What do you?
I like it in a can, but I also like it when they have like the glass bottles when you pop off the lid. As long as it's cold, though. If it's like warm, it's not good.
No one likes warm soda. Let's be honest here.
My grandma does.
Grandma's casual.
She likes flat Diet Pepsi.
Your dad.
Flat soda, I think ages well in time.
All right, we're not getting into this.
What? It's not wine.
Soda gets worse.
No,
You want to drink a flat Moxie?
I have.
I believe you have.
I know, but I've also found. Don't ask me where this was stored, but I found at least a 15-year-old bottle of Coke, and I drank it.
What?
Plastic bottle?
Plastic bottle.
Oh, it was terrible to start with.
Yeah, it was kind of all crunched up when I got to it. But I did try it, and I would say I liked it better than normal Coke, even though it was flat.
Okay.
But
I think I can disagree.
Her dad loves flat soda. Like, am I hating on the guy? Every time I go in, he does have like a 2-liter Coke.
That's flat.
That's his time.
It tastes like just syrup, taking the Coke syrup. No?
Is that like a Polish thing?
No, he likes his soda right there when he comes home, so he can pour it out.
Okay, I apologize to Polish people.
We're done with soda?
Okay, next segment.
Let's jump into one of our hottest segments, funny news.
I think that's everyone's favorite segment.
I think so. I love looking for the news.
I love listening to the news.
Here we go.
Tony franchise.
All right.
What you got?
I think for the first time in an episode I've been on here, I actually do have news. So I was listening to the radio the other day in bed. Great place to listen to it. And I overheard that a Louisiana man sent a viral video.
This is my news.
I knew it was going to be someone's news. Swimming in an aquarium at the Bass Pro Shop store, where he was later arrested because for damaging property. This gentleman was 26 years old, and he just said, "I thought that I'd get 2,000 likes if he jumped into tank."
So my home turf this app.
I did watch the video after I heard about this.
Yo, the video's wild.
It is, but it takes him. He stands on the staircase for at least 5 minutes, just looking around, and there's no one around him. Then he jumps the fence, and then he sits there on the rock, thinking about it. Then he jumps in and almost instantly jumps out.
Well, he did one for a swim.
Wait, what was this, a cooler?
This is Bass Pro Shop. At a Bass Pro Shop, they have big tanks with fish, and they have animals and turtles and stuff. It's more like an experience if you go to Bass Pro Shop.
Have you ever been to Cabela's?
He wouldn't fit in those places.
I guess not.
This guy, you can, there's stairs. Most of them have the same type of setups, but they're different in unique ways. And he jumped, they're not covered. The guy jumped into the tank, and he's swimming around. And then he hops out of the tank, and he flees the store. And you can hear, the water, he's wet, and he runs out of the store.
Well, from also what I heard, he ran around the store screaming about it as well. I also heard that if...
He went back to the store that day. Did you see that?
I didn't
That's
see
how they
that.
caught him. He went back.
Oh, that's stupid then. I don't understand why you would go back to the scene of the crime. You don't rob a bank and then 5 minutes later go back to the scene of the crime, get more money out of the bank. Or to use the bank, I should say.
Did he drink any of the water?
Huh?
Did you have a sip of the water while he was in there?
I don't know, but he was swimming with the fishes.
Okay, see, now you got to watch the video.
Was his clothes on?
He was fully clothed.
There's a nice woman filming this.
So this guy,
Shoes.
he's doing the doggy paddle in there, and he books it.
Yep.
Did anything?
He went back to the store that day and got arrested.
What the fuck's wrong with him?
Something with damaging property because they have to now clean the tank, tear the tank.
He could have the coronas.
He could have spread it to those fish.
Yeah, and
Poor
I
fishies.
believe I heard if any fish dies, that he will have to pay for the fish to be replaced.
In that video, you see him run by an employee. The guy's just what's going on here?
Hey, what would you do if some guy jumps into your tank?
I don't know. I don't have a tank.
I kind of want to get into tanking. That'd be cool to have.
Get a tank or do what he did. What are you talking
Like get a fish tank.
about? Oh, I used to have a fish tank.
Really?
Yeah.
You-
Something different.
Did you ever go in it?
One.
No.
Yeah, you used to have one.
We
Mr.
had sharkfish.
Mr. Kev has one too. Quick thing about Bass Pro Shop. We used to work at Walgreens a long time ago. We always had 500 gift cards for that place, and no one ever bought them, and we kept getting more. So we just had a bucket full of.
Do they
Bass-
expire? The ones sitting
I
on
don't
the
think
shelf?
so.
See, in Massachusetts, they don't expire.
No, but these are unused ones.
Right. See, I don't know what the laws are in Connecticut.
The one in not New Britain, Bridgeport, the Bass Pro Shop has a bowling alley.
Are you sure?
I know. Pretty hype.
I thought I've been there. I don't remember seeing. That's the
It's
one
a
by
brand
the.
new one.
That's the one by the Patriots thing, right?
No, that's
Fox.
Foxborough.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I think it's completely different. Sorry.
Bar, they got a restaurant. Those places are great. All right,
They
your
are.
news.
A petition seeking to rename Columbus, Ohio to Flavortown to honor native Guy Fieri has attracted thousands of signatures.
He's a fan of our show.
Yes, so this town, with all the canceling going on right now, people are like, okay, what's the deal with Columbus? He raped women, he didn't even discover America. Let's get Guy Fieri on our town now. So there's a little petition. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but people want it named the Flavortown.
There's probably 100 people that signed that.
You realize
What? It's thousands. I guess said thousands, I ain't saying the hundreds.
Oh.
Wait, you don't listen?
No. Columbus, Ohio. I always wanted to go to Columbus.
You realize
Believe it
if
or
it
not.
is renamed to Flavortown, we gotta go.
That'd be a podcast trip. That's not happening.
You don't know that.
But
I don't
that's a
think
connection to one of our elder gods.
I know.
That's important.
Got a quote here. Why not rename the city Flavortown? The new name is twofold. For one, it honors Central Ohio's proud heritage as a culinary crossroads and one of the nation's largest test markets for the food industry. Ooh. Secondly, Chef Celebrity Guy Fieri was born in Columbus, so naming the city in honor of him, he's such a good dude, really, would be superior to his current nomenclature. That's a big word. I don't know what that word means.
It means naming.
I think every town should have a Flavor Town Street or Flavor Street in honor of Guy Fieri.
With all the restaurants on it.
Yes. Center Street's going to be renamed.
Not to mention Guy Fieri's charitable work on behalf of restaurant workers, raising more than $20 million for those who lost work or wages during the coronavirus pandemic.
We can get it.
He was also on Impractical Jokers.
Yes.
No, we're not talking about
No, let's mention that. He was on Impractical Joker's dinner party a few weeks ago.
Oh.
Made another appearance. It's always hype seeing Guy Fieri.
It is.
And on one of my favorite shows. That I know you're like anti-Impractical Jokers.
Always talk about it.
Yeah, well, we're always talking about anime, but we won't get into that.
Oh, no.
All right.
Also, the petition currently, with this article, has 17,000. I don't know how many it has now. No internet down here. And also, Bud Light tweeted last week that it would distribute free Bud Light seltzer to the entire city if the petition is successful. So, that's money.
They're throwing out a PR stunt there.
They're
Are we ready for our next segment?
Guess that drink.
Yes,
Tony
that
knows the
drink.
drink?
So
No one knows the drink.
no one knows the drink.
Okay.
So everybody,
Close your eyes.
Now I have plenty. I also have cups. So we're gonna.
What kind of cups?
They
They better be red solo.
Like white solo cups.
Maybe
not
cans.
solo cups.
Maybe
They're like
cans.
they're
I don't
like
know, cups. Like
white
cans.
white styrofoam cups. Coffee cups.
Okay.
I'm gonna shake this up.
This better not go off in my face.
Who touched me?
Sorry.
Why are you touching me?
I don't know.
You can't touch me. I only touch myself. You can't touch me.
Okay. I'm sorry.
All right, everybody. Misha, here's your cup. Tony, here's your cup. Dad, your cup. I gotta pour myself a cup. So everybody, wait.
Wait, where's the cup? I don't know where it is.
That was fruity.
Where is it?
Hold on. I'm gonna get the stuff on the table.
Wait, I got it.
I'm gonna get the stuff on the table.
Oh, this is a little cup. I thought it'd be a big boy cup.
I said a coffee cup.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a coffee cup at Dunkin' Donuts?
I have
We're not at Dunkin' Donuts.
I got bigger coffee cups than I work.
All right, everybody, hold your cup.
I don't want to spill. Where's it?
Here you go.
All right, thank you.
They're not too full, all right? Get a smell. Take a sip.
Hmm.
What are you guys tasting?
Got grape?
No.
No.
Oh, melon.
No.
Okay.
Give up.
The two fruits that are always together in flavors.
I've tasted this before. I can't.
It's apple.
Is
No.
it like orange? Something without?
Is there something with a lemon in there?
No,
Oh
it doesn't taste like lemon.
No, but I get like tartness from it. You said it was two fruits mixed. All right.
Is this,
maybe like orange and
Is
pineapple.
this cranberry?
No, but it's a berry.
Oh, fuck.
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Strawberry kiwi.
Mm.
Everybody take a look. This is Donald Duck. Kiwi strawberry Disney beverage bought at the Dollar Tree.
I'm a fan of Dollar Tree. The only dollar store that lives up to the name.
They have a tree in there?
Some do.
What?
But yeah, take a look at these. I got two more if you guys want some.
See that.
This will be in.
They have different kinds, just like orange juice. There's a lemonade, but I figured this one would have been a good one.
I'm a big fan of the OJ.
But OJ would have known. This was a little more,
It's spiked.
maybe a little bit.
Is that what I'm
Flavored
feeling?
for juice cocktail.
I feel like this would go good with some vodka. TBH.
Is there any behind the bar?
Maybe.
But we didn't even say where we were tonight.
Oh yeah, we had a new studio. Thad Studio 2.0. Decked out the place. Strip pole.
There's a bed.
Yep.
There's a bar.
Microwave.
Awesome microwave.
A mural, too. Good mural.
A mural of Ludlow, Massachusetts.
We have a salvage's litter that you just threw on my ground.
I meant to throw that in my bag. But what's your guys' thoughts on the drink?
Okay.
I'm not a big kiwi strawberry fan type of deal, but it is not horrible.
But it's Donald Duck.
It is Donald Duck.
They are, what size bottles are these?
It looks like a
Pretty big.
Gatorade type
20
of
ounce
Yeah.
bottle. Yeah, it looks like a Gatorade bottle. Yeah, it's this Citrus World makes these.
Next segment.
We didn't
Snack.
talk about the drink.
We did talk about the drink.
I liked it.
Let's rate it.
5.
Out of 1 to 10?
Yes, of course. Always. that.
1 to 14.
Well, there's 1 of 5.
All right, forget it. No, we're not even gonna rate.
If it's 1 out of 14, they give it a 7.
Okay. Now we're going to drink. Snack. We're going
Yes.
to cut this out. We're going to snack.
I'm not cutting it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Tony franchise. No, we're taking a risk here. We're giving one of our guests the snack of the week.
Yeah.
Okay. This I hope works out. He's been hyping this up. Why don't you tell us the story about it before you give us
All right.
the snack?
So I've been watching a YouTube channel from the beginning of this year, and they had a food episode.
You're not gonna give it away.
No, I'm not. Where they were eating this item, and it's kind of obscure food. So it's this. I've been dying to try it. I have no idea how it's gonna taste, but from what they told me, it's a lot better than what they thought, and it's not bad.
Is this going to be a blind test?
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You had to order this, correct?
Yes, I had to order it
From
off
where?
the line.
From where? Where did you ship from?
Amazon.
The Amazon Forest.
Yes, the Amazon
I thought
Forest.
that burnt down.
Yeah, I thought.
Some of it.
Well, it burnt down after they.
thought-
What happened is some guy was smoking a cigarette when he was loading the truck, and he flicked it when he was driving away, and that's what
Hey,
happened.
that don't happen with Jules.
I thought it was ISIS that did that.
No, they want you to think it's ISIS.
Osama bin Laden.
All right,
All right, close our eyes.
Osama bin Laden's dead.
all right. I have 2 flavors. So there's 2 different type of chips.
Now we know the chips. All right,
Wait,
bring out the
there's
snack.
chips?
I'm scared.
This is gonna be a chip episode.
Are these wrap snacks?
All right.
Are you gonna feed us? No.
Yeah, why?
Hand
Are you
fetus?
scared?
Well,
There's a poster.
Wait, away
Fat
from me,
already.
open it away from
Should I keep my hands open or what do we do
I'm
here?
just dumping on what's in front of us.
Can I hold one?
You want?
Ooh. So we all have one flavor right now?
Wait,
Yes.
you ran
Okay.
out? Yeah, well,
No, I don't. I ain't right now. I have another bag if you guys want, but I didn't want to.
this smells like dog food.
You had to order this a week in advance. You didn't want to order earlier. I was assuming this was like a dairy product or something.
No. Well,
Or something like we had to eat immediately.
I didn't just want this sitting in my basement
Okay.
for Lord knows how long.
Don't you have someone living down
We're not gonna talk.
Okay, go on then.
All right.
there? We're dragging it. Yeah, can I eat it?
Yeah.
He's eating it.
Oh, what is that, bro?
Can I open my eyes?
Can I open my eyes?
You want to guess?
I'm gonna say like pretzel or something.
I honestly don't know what to say to this.
It's actually really good. I like it.
Are we gonna try another one after this?
If you want, I can
Is it
open
over?
up the other.
Anybody got a guess?
I don't even know.
Like, what is the shape of this?
Are we
Is-
guessing this one and going to the next one? Or are we gonna do?
What do you guys want to do? You tell me. It's your
Let's
podcast.
guess this one first. I want to confuse the listeners.
Yeah.
Hey, can I open my eyes?
Yeah, I pulled away the.
Yeah, what is this?
Well, what the hell? This is some sort of light brown chip with some black dots in it.
I have no idea.
This is pet
Yeah.
food. This is pet food.
No.
Okay.
Would you like to? There's more chips over here.
Are those the same ones?
They're the same ones. I haven't dumped out the other chips.
Bring out the next ones. Or should we figure out what this is first?
Are they the same brand?
They're the same exact
It's
brand.
different flavors.
There's different flavors.
All right,
Okay,
No,
well,
it's
tell us
just
the flavor, and then we'll say the brand after.
Wait.
we're
This-
not gonna know that.
This specific.
Yeah, what flavor is
Flavor?
this? This is like
This is barbecue.
Oh,
What?
Oh, I was gonna guess something.
he's like
that.
I don't know.
I got a hint of it when I.
Yeah, but it's
But
like,
Very
like-
little.
Yeah, it is. But once you, I'm really interested in what you guys are gonna be reacting when
Okay.
I show it to you. But
The next one?
you want the next one?
Hey, bring out the next one.
Next one, close my
Without
eyes.
us knowing what this is yet. I need
Like Donald Duck juice.
watch down.
Good thing Dollar Tree supplied us with some good beverage.
That's a weird.
Shout out to Dollar Tree.
Movie.
I will also say that some of these chips are also kind of crushed. The people who shipped it to me kind of crushed one side of the bag.
Amazon.
Coming after you. Well, let me get our fans to cancel you now.
Put it in my hand. Whoa, these are crushed.
This is pizza. I can already smell it.
I like these.
You do? Interesting.
Oh yeah.
These are cheese, man.
All right.
Oh yeah, these are better than the other one.
Thoughts of
Well, they look the same.
the flavor? Yeah, they look
Is that-
exactly the same.
These are some sort of pretzel thing.
No,
Oh, okay.
Are these pizza?
no.
This is whole grain.
But you're
Like
getting
cheese?
close. What's
Is
on?
it just cheese?
Parmesan,
It's a type of cheese. I don't know if you want to give it that.
Blue
It is
cheese.
cheese. It's
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Now,
no. It starts with a C.
these are dark.
Cheddar.
Yes.
Cheese.
These are dark chips with like spots on them.
All right.
What are these
Well,
spots?
That's the question,
Why
right?
get that loud?
I'm
These are good.
scared.
Are these bugs?
Yeah, they are. They are.
What?
Crickets.
You tricked me. I've been eating crickets this whole time.
Yeah. So
That's
This
kinda
is good.
cool.
it is.
I'm liking the cheddar one.
So
I don't want anymore.
the other.
What are those blacks?
Those
They're
are
good
the,
for protein.
They
They
are.
are, yeah.
They are crickets.
You
so
need this when we race.
There's still some more in the bag if you want some more.
Oh,
But
wow.
what they are, they put crickets. They grind up the crickets and they put it also in the chip, along with some other things. But it,
Wow.
to make a normal
So the
chip.
name is Chirps Bug Chips.
That's so funny.
So
Earth Saver.
an interesting fact is if we actually went to eating strictly bugs, it would be a lot better a food source than cows or what we normally eat, because bugs is a lot more prevalent and a lot easier to keep alive.
But I can't get a steak from a bug. I can't get a burger from a bug.
That is true. But you can get a burger from a plant.
It says it on the back.
What does this say?
I don't want burger from a plant. I want my meat.
Savings.
Yeah, I also
I'm an
want
American. I want my meat. It's the 4th of July here.
meat. But
How many crickets are in here? How many crickets did I just eat?
One
I
cricket
do
per
not.
chip. It says right here.
Yeah. So these are corn chips.
Yeah.
They're
it says
dark
so.
brown. There's spots on them. That's the cricket.
That's kind of cool.
What is cricket protein? The most sustainable, complete protein with a subtle and deliciously nutty flavor. Cricket protein has
Yeah, cricket.
more protein than salmon, spinach, and amino acids.
Did they kill the bugs
Something like that.
before they bake
Grind
them?
them up.
This is pretty cool.
I have no
Like, where
idea how
they
they
getting
make.
these crickets?
It's
What
somewhere
YouTube
right
video were you
here.
watching?
All right, so is Unis honest? I was watching that YouTube channel, which, interesting fact, after a year from their first upload, they will be deleting everything from that channel.
I'm getting cricket out of my teeth.
Oh, the whole entire channel was made just to kind of show that, I guess,
Market for bugs.
no.
You don't want
Where's the cheddar?
There's
I
been?
want some.
Cheddar one's over here. Every action has like a reaction and stuff like that, so it's. I would recommend you check it out, the channel, if you're interested. I can't really explain it right now. I didn't bring anything to explain it.
Well, Tony, when I was eating the chip, I was like, oh no, he brought chips. It's not a good snack. But now that I know what it is, you came through. You came through.
Thank you, sir.
The cheddar ones are a lot better than the barbecue. Barbecue tastes very plain.
Yeah, I'll say that, but I'm not a fan of cheddar. I do like the barbecue over the cheddar, but I will say that cheddar does taste a lot like pizza.
Now I can say that I have voluntarily eaten crickets.
Unknowingly eaten, but not. And okay, well, you keep. eating.
I'm not gonna go to the other times I
I'm
have.
not eating any more of these.
And now Thad's like
I have a bug phobia.
freaking out over there.
All right, so thoughts
Sweating.
all around.
I like them.
They're good.
They're good.
I'll give it like a 3 out of 10.
Why?
I didn't okay, even if you didn't tell me it was bug, I didn't like it either.
Because
Anyway.
it was corn.
I like corn. I'm a corn guy. Corn the cob.
I would give these for what it is, like a 6. They're
Yeah.
good.
So yeah, I agree with your rating. What about you?
Yeah. I give him a 6 too.
All right,
They're good
6
for the
around the table,
environment.
except for Lord Thaddeus over there.
I'm sorry.
Hey, if that's what you feel. That's what you feel.
That's my opinion, man. All right, song of the week.
I'm gonna get some backlash from Song of the Week
Why?
because I've got some notes here.
5 pages.
I get a lot of hate in the last podcast. I said, well, I was going to do song, and then Kev did song. And you're like, oh, well, because it wasn't a song from before we were born, it was no good. Today, we're going to be listening to Judas from Fozzy.
Don't know who that is.
Do I continue now, or do we listen to the song?
Like Judas from the Bible?
Well,
you
yeah, I guess
gotta.
that's what they're referring to.
Okay. And Fozzy from Fozzy Bear?
Now, this was released in May of 2017 by the band Fozzy. On the album, Judas came out in the fall. It was a pretty big hit for Fozzy, so I guess we listen to it, then we talk about it.
Yeah, man.
cut that out?
You,
All right.
you don't know the...
I really don't.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Oh, Judas, you sold Jesus out. You're a backstabbing, sneaky, two-faced crook. That's how you'll go down in every history book. Oh, Judas.
Judas, do you betray the Son of Man with a kiss?
Arrest that man!
All right, that was Judas by Fozzy. Fozzy was founded in 1999 and is headed by frontman, wrestling legend Chris Jericho, whose shirt I'm wearing now.
See it again.
All right, so Jericho describes his band as what would be the bastard child of Metallica and Journey.
What?
All right. So since 1999, Jericho's been in this band. So Jericho's been wrestling for about 30 years, and he's been able to adopt and adjust to the times, as well as having a band. Being a rock star, having that persona as a wrestling character, being in the wrestling business for 30 years is a pretty big accomplishment. But after all this time, he's still making an impact. Like in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, he was beating The Rock, Steve Austin, was undisputed champion, and he's still a big prominent name in wrestling. After leaving WWE a few years ago, with his last stint there, he began to use Judas as his entrance music when in New Japan, and then currently with All Elite Wrestling. It was a new organization, and he was their world champion. Last year, he won the world championship at age 48. He's adjusted to wrestling and adopted new personas and evolved. And this is where the music comes into an important part of this, because he always describes himself and compares himself to David Bowie in terms of how he's changed his character and he's added layers to his persona while still being Chris Jericho. And Bowie did that constantly, with like Stardust and all that stuff.
Yep.
So like the music plays a big part in his current character because that's his theme song now. So when he comes out to the ring, even though he's the heel, he's the bad guy, the crowd sings along to this song. Right? So it plays a huge part in not just him, but the show as a whole. Now you can go and you can find this clip. He has a cruise every year. He throws a big cruise. Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Cruise. It doesn't get much cooler than this. He's singing, his band is having a concert on his cruise, and the crowd is going nuts and they sing this song. So that's Chris Jericho, one of my all-time favorites. That's his band Fozzy. So he's a wrestler and a rock star. 49 years old and still doing it. It's still a big part in wrestling today. Judas, thoughts?
Fozzy Bear.
Fozzy Bear. Actually, I did more research. The original name of the band was Fozzy Osbourne. As like a parody band of Ozzy, and they only did cover songs for the first few years.
Muppet themed.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the song of the week.
Interesting.
Chris Jericho. Shout out to Chris Jericho.
Hopefully he'll listen.
So the song is important to wrestling today. That was the point here.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great song, too.
It was good. I liked it.
All right.
It's okay. That song gave me a bad taste in my mouth, so we're gonna hop it into our second snack of the week. We have two. As I said, it was a little funky, but we had to do this now. We mentioned it last podcast. This is Baconator Pringles. So, me and Big Sal over here, we went hunting a couple weeks ago.
Almost immediately after the last podcast.
Following Thursday. We went to a grand total, a whopping 18 different stores looking for these Baconator Pringles.
Anywhere that could possibly sell chips, we looked. We looked at Stop and Shop.
What's the deal with Stop and Shop? Every time I'm there, I'm like, stop, I'm going somewhere else.
Went to Dollar General, a favorite store of ours.
What's the deal with Dollar General? Every time I'm there, I'm like, I'm gonna be general. This isn't the place for me.
We went to Price Right.
What's the deal with Price Right? Every time I'm like, this is not right.
We went to Big Y.
What's the deal with Big Y? Every time I'm there, I'm like, why?
Dollar Tree.
What's the deal with Dollar Tree? I don't got anything for the Dollar Tree.
Big Lots.
I went to Big Lot. Every time there, I'm like, yeah, they got lots of nothing.
Walmart.
What's the deal with Walmart?
Walgreens.
What's the deal with Walgreens? There's no walls in either of those stores.
I think there are.
What?
Finally, we went to Target.
And that was our Target. Because I was going down the aisle, I saw this long, thick, black can. And I knew immediately it was the Baconator chips. I grabbed some, I'm like, Salvis, this is it. And I ran down the aisle. Someone looked at me.
It was pretty big hype for these chips.
I grabbed like 10 cans.
It was shocking that we found them.
I was losing hope. I want to point out that it was the Misha Collins who said check Target. And guess what? He was right. Round of applause. Not too loud though.
Since then, these are in Walgreens and CVS.
Yeah, the following day, there was a big display at Walgreens with them. But as we got our goodies and we're out the door.
A long day of searching for
Long
these
day.
chips.
We were actually planning this podcast. Big Sal here was driving his nice car and had a little whoopsie. Want to get into that.
We were at the Target parking lot, Holyoke Mall. I don't know if we should say all this information, but we will. And
The fans
I
need
wasn't
to know.
paying attention. We were actually talking about the podcast.
We really were.
And I backed out of the parking spot and bumped into somebody.
Yeah.
Another car.
Nice
as
lady.
I was pulling out. A nice lady and her daughter got out of the car. Really wasn't much damage. My reflector fell off the car. I had a dent, but there was nothing on their car. Elder God Fate. There was no damage, and they were very nice people. First of all, the driver never got out of the car. That's okay. The mother was very nice, assuming that was her mother. It was all good. We drove away.
What
No
if this-
problems.
What if this was like a hidden sex trafficking thing? Like, we could have stopped it, but we were too focused on the Baconator Pringles that we didn't do it.
We didn't stop anything. There's shout outs to Teresa for being a nice lady.
We gotta censor that name.
Since then, the dent on my car on the left rear side is now gone. It popped out.
Elder God Fate.
In Elder God Fate, the bump, the dent is gone. After the night, overnight, I went outside, looked, it was gone.
Maybe it was Billy Mays III who fixed it overnight.
Maybe.
He loved our podcast so much.
And he washed it up too, used some OxyClean on the car.
Oh, yeah, I liked it. Enough bullshit. I've been waiting many weeks to try these. We're popping them open. I know, Misha, you're excited. I know you're excited.
I am.
I don't know about you.
I love
I'm
Wendy's.
You're excited.
Oh,
Good.
let's smell them.
Ooh, get that a whiff all around. Ooh, smell that bad boy.
Smells like Wendy's.
It does.
This is 4th of July right here.
I can hear the little fryer going off. Beep, 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 beep.
And the special thing about these chips is each one at the bottom comes with a code that you can use in the Wendy's app and get a free Baconator. Or breakfast Baconator, or Son of Baconator.
I have something to say.
You guys say?
I was watching Fast Food Mania on, I think it was like the Travel Channel, something. It was old episodes, maybe 10 years old. And they were talking about Wendy's. And they say Wendy's is the fastest drive-thru.
No, as
And
as
absolutely,
completely
immediately I thought that's not true.
No.
And they go
Slowest.
through a whole test, and they do the whole, like, timing the thing and going in. Sorry I ate it, but I'm not even thinking about it. But it was definitely not true. And I waited in line a half hour at Wendy's the other day.
Yes, I waited.
I was stuck. I couldn't move, so I had to
Especially
wait.
the Boston Road Wendy's
That's where I
and
was.
the Westfield Wendy's. They both suck. Anyway, going in. Sweet dollar bills. That's good. Oh, man. Everyone's giving me faces. I don't know. Am I the only one?
They're good, but they're not extravagant.
Maybe like a pretzel.
I said that about those snacks. I'm trying to...
I'm just laying down the facts. It's my honest opinion.
They smell good, though, too.
Maybe I need another one to.
I bought 3 cans of these, so they better be good.
The pizza ones are better.
Yeah, pizza's definitely king. This is a close third, though.
To what?
OG Pringles.
I like these, but
Tastes like original Pringles after like
Yeah.
you get through the.
You know what?
Yeah.
The main appeal here is it comes with a free Baconator code, so we'll go be grabbing those later. Give you updated on housekeeping next episode.
Maybe you should take the chips and compare the two, side by side.
As an idea. You know, that's why we have you on.
I'm just going to point this out. They should have put the Pringles guy on the Wendy's logo. Like, put him here and put her there.
See, I don't know if that would be trademark infringement though.
Yeah, but this is like a collab, so it would work.
That's collab.
Collab. It'd be a collab.
Colon.
Colonoscopy.
Anyway, that's the last of the food for this one, maybe.
I think, you know what? After eating those, I'm going to go back for a cricket chip.
You're crazy. You're insane. Well, they made cricket versions of these.
Not gonna lie, I like the flavor of the cheddar cricket chips better than those.
You're fucking insane.
You just don't like them because there's a bug in it.
We have a
Yeah.
little. Why do we have a feud going on right now? So what can we love each other?
You don't like the crickets.
Why do I have to like the crickets?
This is a very divisive podcast.
I mean, you're the only one here that didn't like the cricket.
It's
I'm
like
not-
a normal chip.
Why do I have to like it?
There's probably crickets in those Pringles, for all we know.
Yeah.
It's not the crickets. It's I just don't like the chip.
Have another bite then.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah, you know, pussy.
Yeah, I do.
I like that one.
That was a nice big chip.
That was a big chip, I will say.
He tried swallowing it whole.
That's one cricket. That's
Didn't
one
work too
cricket.
I mean, I like the taste, but I really
That
don't.
was the barbecue one. if I
Yeah, you
remember
gotta try the
correctly.
cheddar. We're going in for another cheddar.
You really
That's
like
my
the cheddar, man.
Pitbull.
Dude, they're good.
Here, I'll tell you what. I'll give you my cheddars if you want.
We'll see. I get my dad to eat one of these. He'll flip. All right.
You gonna get him on?
We gotta get Larry on. I was with a good friend. Larry, you're
Shout
not
out
listening,
to Larry.
but hopefully we'll get him on at some point. Ready to do media?
This is our segment where we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, books, songs, albums. Just chilling.
All right. So I could go on many different ways with media, and I do want to say something about a previous podcast, but I want to say that after I tell you my media.
This guy.
So, for the past 2 weeks, I have been watching the anime Initial D. I have already watched the whole entire thing in previous, but it was at least a year or two ago. So I want to rewatch it. I'm on the second season, halfway through. Right, I don't know if I can. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it's right. A major event just happened, and the main character is a little upset. But I don't know if everyone knows what Initial D is.
Okay, we gotta bring it up. You're the one smack talking anime, and now you're coming here with an anime.
Okay, the reason I did not smack talk anime, the whole entire reason that I was upset about it was because.
Okay, I'll admit, it got a little heated. Went on a little too long
Yeah,
in that
was
one podcast, but
that was.
we've grown since then.
Well, it was like an hour of talk. That was my issue. The last time you guys talked about anime, that was perfectly fine, I will say. I do like anime, just not an hour worth of it in a podcast that's not really focused on it. That was my beef.
So what is Initial D about?
So Initial D is about an 18-year-old high school student.
Nice.
Takami is his name. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I'm horrible with these names. I always forget their names. Takami.
All right. I'm a commie.
Who is an average high school student, and his father, who owns a tofu shop, lets his son, Takami, run delivery for his shop. He uses a 1983 Toyota Sprinter Torino GT Apex AE86. Takami is one of those spaced out students that kind of really doesn't look like much, and his friends always give him shit for it.
Typical anime.
Yes. But little did they know, he is one of the best drivers that has come to Japan circuit. And he has beaten every single person that he's ever faced. So it is, to me, I'm a big car guy. I will say this anime brought me into the drifting world. I wasn't a big fan of drifting until I saw this anime. So one of my favorite animes, I will say. And this also may sound familiar with Deja Vu. There was a meme not too long ago. It was Deja Vu, and there was something that was going sideways. That's from this anime.
Oh.
Back in 1998 is when the first season dropped.
Oh, okay, it's old anime.
So it's old.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I may have heard it before.
But that's my media. I don't know if you want my comment now or later.
About what?
About it's a cartoon that you mentioned.
Oh, go ahead.
So I don't remember what episode it was, but you mentioned that you guys watched Gravity Falls.
Yes, I did.
And you said you guys liked it.
Me and Misha Collins.
Yes.
Loved it.
Now, I will say that I also like Gravity Falls. I've seen the whole season, but I believe a better cartoon is Steven Universe.
Okay, Steven Universe is on the list. I've heard many good things about it. I definitely want to watch it, but
I think you'll enjoy it.
Like, we're watching Adventure Time right now. That's not our media. I'm just briefly mentioning it, but Steven Universe is probably like 3 shows down. We got a list.
All right.
Like, usually I pick a show, she picks a show. She picks Adventure Time, I pick Gravity Falls.
Are you ever going to watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
It's on in the future. It's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. It's on the list. You want me to pull up the list right now?
No.
Okay. Or about I just show you the list, like it's a little brief little.
But I think
I'm not reading it off.
between the Gravity
No, we got a big
Falls
list here, right there. See?
and Steven Universe, I think Steven Universe got
Always
Gravity
Sunny
Falls.
right there.
Beat.
It's on there.
Can I see the rest of it?
No, we're not talking about it. You don't
You
want
just
to.
said
Hey,
you
I'm
didn't-
sorry.
You
I'm
just said
sorry.
you didn't want it. All right.
You're up next.
Okay,
guys.
talking again. All right. Me and Misha are gonna be sharing our media segment if that's okay with the council.
And if it's not,
Too bad. All right, so we haven't really watched any movies really. We watched Scoob, but not really much to talk about with Scoob.
well, there's a lot of '60s references there.
I did like
Wacky
that.
Races. I love
Wacky
that.
Races. I love Wacky Races.
I've also been watching.
Captain Caveman was in it. I'm
Yes.
the only one we watched. I only want to do Captain Caveman.
I like
Are
Captain
you kidding?
Caveman.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, yo, Captain Caveman.
No one. All right. Who else was in
He's
there?
voiced by Tracy Morgan.
Rip.
But like, there was a lot of references to like modern day stuff that was just like.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It's like kind of
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. But I love the '60s references.
a lot of good stuff. Like Grape Ape was in it at the end. Love Grape Ape. Okay, quick debate here. Who like better, Grape Ape or Magilla Gorilla? I'm gonna have to go with Magilla Gorilla.
I don't know.
Okay, my media. Anyway, our media. So our media is a video game. We want to talk about Minecraft. Now, Minecraft is the game, is the #1 game of all time. It has sold the most copies of any video game ever. It beat Tetris. That's impressive shit.
That is impressive.
And the thing about it is like Tetris on like the best sellings list. It counts like every version of Tetris.
And
Like
Minecraft.
every version, but Minecraft's like the same game. Like they updated, but it's still like the same game. So for Minecraft to beat Tetris, that's pretty impressive. I want to say.
That is an impressive feat.
So Minecraft's like the game that I probably go back to like maybe 2 times a year. I always go back to it. The reason I went back to this time is the new update just dropped, 1.14, the Nether update. It's basically, if you don't know what Minecraft is, it's basically a survival game, open sandbox. You craft, you mine, Minecraft. And
That's why they call it that.
yeah. And in the game, there's a whole dimension you go to called the Nether. And it's always been like this boring place, like just lava and like red blocks. And The only reason you ever go there is for the fortress. This new update added a bunch of new stuff to the Nether. There's forests now. There's castles. A bunch of new stuff. Not to mention they added a... What else did they add?
What do you mean?
What else did they add in this update?
Another stuff.
No, what else did they add?
Is there a swamp?
Yeah, there's swamp biome.
There is.
Not the Nether, but the swamps.
That was there
Which-
before.
Yeah, it's always been the swamps. What else did they add in this update? There's something else that was
Nether.
really... Nether.
That's the swamp?
That's another.
It's Nether.
It's a lava
what they
swamp.
add.
But no, what else did they add in something that was like
Showing
really
cells.
big?
They added like more things to craft that from the Nether.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah, they added a bunch
Nether.
of Nether shit. What was that big? It's like one more big thing they added.
The graphics, wasn't it? Like they had some new shading thing.
Oh, yeah, that's like something else, but that is coming too. Like ultra
I
graphics.
mean, there's the Nether portal you can find.
Yeah. Well, I actually have I wish there was internet down here, but they added like target blocks, a bunch of stuff, basically. Anyway, they added a bunch of new stuff, and so me and Misha we recently started a realm, which is basically a server. We've been playing on it. We've been doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we've been playing with my sister and her boyfriend, and we've just been making our world, and it's a fun time.
Oh, you know what they added? I remember now. They added netherite, which is basically like it's a whole thing. Diamonds have been in the top tier, and now it's netherite. Like that's crazy. Like diamonds are like whatever, man. It's all about netherite now.
Oh shit! All right.
So right,
There's a new
I think,
high.
I think that's pretty impressive. New ore.
There's a new ore, yeah.
You get it hard. It's hard to
It's
get.
hard in the Nether, and we're playing on hard too.
Yeah, we're playing on hard because
With 4
we're not
people.
casuals, but
We got a
So
lot of diamonds.
what's the
today.
different levels?
so it
That's
goes
what I may
wood
ask.
and stone.
No, I meant like actual like hard, intermediate.
Survival,
Oh
hard.
no, it's peaceful, easy, normal, hard.
What's
That's
the mode where if you die you can't play again?
That's hardcore.
You didn't mention it.
Well, hardcore is like its own different mode. It's not difficult. Anyway, Minecraft is a great game. I want to say it's one of my favorite games. I'll give it top 5 definitely for sure. Minecraft's in there. You ever play Minecraft, Sylvan?
No, I never have.
You don't play any games except Mario Kart
I played Mario Kart, yeah.
for the Wii.
For the Wii.
A new update also added like new mobs to the Nether. These pig people called hoglins. No, piglins.
I thought there was already.
Okay,
They're
so
different.
there were in the older versions there was called zombie pigmen, and now there's regular piglin now. They're called piglins now, not pigmen.
But
And they
they are.
changed the texture of the zombie piglin. And let me tell you something, the zombie pigman texture is my favorite texture, is my favorite mob in the game. They ruined it, man.
Why is that your favorite?
It just is. I just like it. Why you like that song, huh?
Just asking, because it was a good song.
Okay, I like that. It's a good texture. So, yeah, this is the
The
new one.
new one.
That's a new one.
That's new.
That's a new one.
Oh, they have little husks now.
Yeah, the eyes are different too. I don't like the eyes. That's the old.
one.
That's the old one. I like the old one better.
Old school. So is it-
What's the difference?
They're the
Not
same
too
thing.
much.
They're the same
it's like
thing.
ears and
I like the new one.
So
course you
I'm
do.
gonna
Because you
I'm
don't.
gonna beat the shit out of you after this podcast. Okay, so
yeah, but the
I think-
piglins are the most like complex mod.
yeah, piglins add like a whole new thing to the game. You can like
They interact with you, but they're mean. They're very specific.
you can barter with them with the gold.
If you don't wear gold, they kill you.
Yeah, go with gold to attack you.
So it's really scary to go in because gold breaks really fast.
Yeah, gold.
So
The Nether's
kinda
actually like
screwed.
really tough now.
So now they just made a whole entire thing for gold since it wasn't really.
Exactly. It was
You can find
useless.
gold in the Nether now too.
No kidding.
Oh, if you mine it too, they'll kill you.
Yeah, like, if you
So
find
it's
gold
really
there.
hard.
Christ,
You can
alright.
like live in the Nether.
They used to be all peaceful and shit, right?
Yeah, only if you attack them. I also had
Yeah,
bees.
so now there's 2.
Bees are cool.
Oh.
That was a while ago, but
Yeah, they did
that's
that
like
a
that's
while
like last year. So
What do they even do?
bees.
Yeah, they give you
You
honey.
can
They
get honey.
buzz around.
Yeah, but what do you do with the honey?
Well, the honey blocks. You can like
Oh yeah.
you can slide down them,
Mm-hmm.
and items also like slide down them.
Not a big fan of honey,
Ah,
just in general.
honey's yeah.
I will agree with you
It's just there. I don't like the taste.
Not a fan.
I'll eat it, but I'm not crazy about honey.
One time I
That's
had
cool.
honey cough drops, and like
Yeah.
one time I got to the end and
Like
like
the lemon.
the honey like nutted all over my mouth, and I did not like it at all.
This is starting to get harder and harder to come up with an argument that this is not a food.
Yeah, no more food. No more food. No more food. Okay. So
So my turn. Okay, I have a few things to mention. But first, I want to say, since the last podcast, episode 8,
Oh, there we go.
what do you think I'm going to say?
Back to the Future 3.
No.
Kind of the
Okay.
second one last
Okay.
episode.
Hold up. I listened to that episode last night, and I thought, oh shit, I didn't watch Back to the Future Part 3 yet. So I'm not even going to mention it. I wasn't going to mention it until you said it, but
I'm sorry.
we're going to let that pass.
I'm having a Tic Tac.
You guys were talking about a show, specifically One Piece?
What
And I
about it?
went and I watched every episode of One Piece
You watched
in
all
the last
1,000.
few weeks.
You watched
Yes,
all
I did.
800.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Yes, I did, just for this podcast, so I could talk about it. I could contribute to the conversation.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
You're not watching.
Oh, this is getting too long. We're gonna continue. I'm gonna go a little different here because
Name one
today,
character for One Piece. You can name one character. I'll suck your.
we already.
Wait, no. Name one
we are
character for One
going
Piece.
to pass from this conversation,
Okay.
and we're gonna jump to. I'm gonna go a little different here because today I watched SummerSlam 1988. So someone might appreciate listening to this.
That was different.
SummerSlam 1988 was the first SummerSlam from Madison Square Garden, mostly known for being the night the Honky Tonk Man lost the Intercontinental Championship to the Ultimate Warrior in 31 seconds. It was also Demolition faced the Hart Foundation, defended the World Tag Team titles, and won. But the main event was the Mega Bucks, Andre the Giant, and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, with Virgil and Bobby Heenan in their corner against Hulk Hogan and the World Champion, Macho Man Randy Savage, future Elder God. I'm sorry. With Miss Elizabeth in their corner. And they defeat the Mega Powers defeated the Mega Bucks. And it's a very important moment in wrestling history because at the very end, Hulk Hogan's celebrating a little too much with the Macho Man's wife, Miss Elizabeth, in the ring. He's grabbing her, they're celebrating. There's a moment where the Macho Man has Elizabeth up on his shoulder, and Mr. Hogan might have briefly touched her back, lower back. And that will go on to start the feud between Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan that goes to the main event of WrestleMania 5 that fall. Or, that spring.
And then, yeah, we know who won.
Do we?
Yeah, who's still alive?
Oh, shit. So, yeah.
So I have
Some wrestling in there.
May I ask a question?
You can ask a question.
Now, when I think of the $6 Million Man, I think of the 1970s television show. Is this...
That's when you think of the $6 Million Man. This is the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
All right, I apologize.
Two different people. He was a millionaire. But he lost. The Hulkster and the Macho Man won. That's all I gotta say about that.
I feel like wrestling is like kind of like redneck anime, kind of. Like it's all these storylines I don't know about. Like I feel like if I knew the storylines, I would be more interested.
That's why I gave a little more background.
He's telling you.
Yeah, I know, but like
The moment
I know, I'm listening. I'm just saying like
the moment
more than
create
just those two.
It's set up. It's that main event set up. The main event of WrestleMania was to come. It was so later on, and months later, Macho Man will call out Hogan, saying that he had lust in his eyes that night for Elizabeth, and he touched Elizabeth, and he was getting too close to Elizabeth, and Hogan would back off. It wasn't intentional, Macho Man, and the jealousy got to him, and the Mega Powers imploded literally at that WrestleMania.
Did they ever make up?
Did they ever make up? They did in a way, because years later they end up going to WCW together.
What's that?
In the mid '90s. That was the rival World Championship Wrestling in WWF.
Damn.
That was more like years later. But the Macho Man would become a bad guy with that feud.
He's a bad guy now.
It was a good SummerSlam. I enjoyed it. It was the first time watching the whole show.
What year was it again?
88.
88.
SummerSlam's coming up.
That's my year.
Very curious what's going to happen. But all right, I have some more to mention. As mentioned earlier, the Eastfield Mall was going to sponsor this podcast. They're having some financial trouble, as they have been for a long time. This is all parody, by the way. Eastfield Mall, don't come after us. But the Eastfield Mall movie theater, was it a Cinemark? Is that what it was? Mm-hmm. Has shut its doors permanently this week. They painted over the signs. I've heard that they've started to gut the movie theater. So we're going to have a moment of silence for the Eastfield Mall movie theater. Thank you. Important theater. Big part of my childhood.
Yeah, I think everybody went there.
Yeah, we gotta be careful talking about them. They may try to get any money they can get.
It's true.
To our 6-fan podcast.
Now, I was thinking about the last movie I went to at that movie theater.
Oh,
and what I'm
God.
thinking, you know what I'm going to say?
I know where this is going.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I believe it was you, me, Kev, and JD. And we saw Sausage Party. Midday in the week, we sat the top row. We were like the only ones in the theater.
We were the only ones in the theater.
It was a great movie. That's the last thing I can remember going to that theater for.
I can't believe that's the last movie. Oh, no. Me and Misha, we went and saw the Nutcracker there. Okay, I'm good. Well, the Nutcracker sucked too, but...
Yeah, it wasn't good.
At least it wasn't Sausage Party.
Sausage Party was a good movie. Seth Rogen, which we'll get into it later with McLovin.
Seth Rogen's making more animated movies, so...
Hopefully we get a sequel.
If you're a fan of Sausage Party, I think he's making a... based on something, I forgot what it was, but he's doing it based off like an existing story. I forgot what it was.
As I said, it's a very important part of many people's childhood. And I saw Shrek there. I probably saw most of the Shreks there. And last week, the Shrek world lost an important figure. We lost Kelly Asbury, who was director of the best Shrek movie, Shrek 2. He was also the story artist for Toy Story, Shrek, the first Shrek, Frozen, Kung Fu Panda. He worked for both Disney and DreamWorks, which I thought was very interesting.
Double agent.
He worked for Disney, went to DreamWorks, and then went back to Disney in the last few years. And he did a lot of extra voice work for the Shrek movies. So on June 26th, he passed away. So moment of silence for Kelly Asbury. Thank you.
A lot of moment of silence.
I'm sorry. You need tissue? Here you go.
Thank you.
Better throw that out.
Just hand it back to me. Here you go. Thanks. I'll throw it away.
All right, so
Wait, I found an article about the movie theater, and it said that it was very, like, no notice was given, and that all the equipment in there, like you said, they just threw it out. And the manager, director of the mall said that they could have used those items and donated, like, to local community groups and other stuff, but they just threw everything out without notice, so.
greedy
It's
fucks.
pretty sad.
Very
It's kind
strange.
of an a-hole move.
Yeah.
Now they're going to have an empty movie theater. Like, it doesn't even have seats.
You know what? We're glad we're not sponsoring that shitty mall.
Yeah, they just threw them out in the trash, it says.
No anchor
Just
store
tossed them
mall.
out.
They should have sold the chairs. I would have bought one.
I would have bought probably the popcorn machine.
It was added
Ooh.
in 2000.
Go on the projector.
Wow.
What if, like, in an alternate
pretty sad.
universe, Shrek 5 was coming out this year? We could have got a free Shrek 5 poster. I'm thinking too far ahead.
I always like going, even if I wasn't going to the movies, walking and looking at the movie posters.
Yeah, I like how it was connected to the mall.
Yeah, that hallway
That was
of going down the
nice.
posters.
Do you think they got rid of the hurricane machine that was in there?
Terrible.
That too.
That was out of order for a long time. Probably years.
Me and Jakey B and Ferris went in there once.
Yeah, I only went in there once.
All three of you together.
Hell yeah, you know what I mean? All right, anyway.
Elder God?
This week's Elder God, McLovin. Now, McLovin is the character from the 2008, I hope it's 2008, 2008 movie Superbad.
It was earlier than that. 2007, I think.
2007 movie Superbad.
Seth Rogen movie.
Seth
Yes.
Rogen.
It's a good movie.
Superbad, we all say it's a great movie. Hilarious. A lot of stuff happens in that movie. And I think pretty much everyone, in at least our generation, has watched it. It stars Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, McLovin, Seth Rogen, and Bill Hader. All great actors. That's like their squad, you know. Like every movie is like you usually have cameos from like every
Dave Franco was in it.
Dave Franco, like
Very short
the people. They're all in there.
We're going to give a little background on the plot.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. So it's these three kids, three friends. They're about to graduate high school. Seth Fogel, and I don't know Sierra's name. They're going to this party. They're trying to get these girls, and they're going to go to this party, and they volunteer to get the alcohol and the liquor because they have a fake ID. And they send Fogel out to go get a fake ID, and he comes back with a Hawaiian fake ID card.
Organ donor,
His name is McLovin.
like Seal.
Just like Seal, one name. No first name, no middle name, really no last name, just one name. McLovin.
I was gonna say how of an absolute legend this guy is. The amount of testicles this man has. He goes out, he's like, Muhammad or McLovin? He goes, McLovin. That's his name. As he quotes, I am McLovin. Like, that's pretty
He
much
is McLovin.
He's smart.
He's a smarty. Like, he does some scientist shit in the movie.
They're going off to Princeton?
Princeton, maybe. I don't know.
No, Dartmouth. They're going to Dartmouth.
Okay.
On my screen, we're still good. We're good though.
He's a smart guy. He uses big words that I don't understand. He's smart enough to make a fake ID, and that works.
Works at the grocery store too.
It works. Even, well, it doesn't fool the cops, but
Well, it works with the girl that he wants to get. Like, she thinks he's older, and it works with the getting the alcohol.
Right, and the ID says he's 25.
Yeah,
too.
he was smart enough to say, like, how many kids are coming in with a fake ID, so he bumped it up so it didn't seem as,
25.
you know.
Even though he looks like a toddler.
So he looks like a...
Oh, I won't go that far.
Okay, well, no, but
I got you.
You
I
get
got
what
you.
I'm saying.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't look 25.
one of my favorite quotes by McLovin is when he's at the bar with the two cop characters played by Seth Rogen and Bill Hader. Seth asks him, "Oh, how's it going with the ladies, McLovin?" And he goes, "Not the going with the ladies, more like the coming with the ladies." You know, that shit's hilarious. And then like Seth Rogen's like, get it, like coming, like he's like jerking himself off. Hugely inappropriate movie. It's definitely middle school humor, but I think it's really good.
Right, but it still makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, that's what we are though.
I mean, make sure. Look what we're doing. Obviously, want to make sure. We're drinking fucking Donald Duck juice.
Good Donald.
You can take a punch like a champ. Guy, when he's buying the alcohol before he's about to make his purchase, some whitey comes in and fucking socks him in the mouth and the eye actually, and takes all the money from the cash register.
Frightens the clerk.
Very
Real bad.
Who had a big exam the next day for veterinary school.
That's right.
That is true. I'm glad someone watched it. Another thing, he takes down the bad guys. Like when they went to the bar, that old guy was making a run for it, and using his masterful skills, the guy became unconscious, and then the cops came in and was like, "Oh, McLovin, great guy here." Another thing, I can keep going all day about this, but in the end, of the three main characters, he's the only one who loses their virginity. It is McLovin. Like Jonah Hill doesn't do it. Michael Cera doesn't lose it. McLovin fucking loses it to that random girl that was in the movie. And
She was mentioned earlier.
yeah, I know.
So
She's random, but
Well, no, she plays a big part in the
they
movie.
were
It's not just some girl at the party.
that's the girl he
Okay,
liked.
He's
but-
trying to impress her the whole night.
okay. Anyway,
He told her the time.
one funny part was they were making out, and he's like, "I got a boner," and he had the lube ready and the condoms, and he went to town.
What's his face threw across the parking lot?
Yeah.
That was earlier.
That was an
Said
early
no
movie.
No lube.
Before he got hit by the
But
car.
who had it?
Jonah Hill gets hit, or Seth gets hit by the car twice.
He
The
does.
car twice in this movie.
That was 3 times.
I'm talking about Seth.
I'm sorry. I had to mention him.
Honorable mention.
McLovin.
Anything else to say about McLovin?
Hell of a guy.
I think every scene with him is fucking masterful. Like every scene, I laughed.
He's not in the movie as
Oh.
much as I remember him. Does that make sense? Like he's in it, but I don't know. He's the most iconic part of the movie, yet he's not.
Yeah, I
part
feel
of
like
he's not a
he's
big
not-
part of the plot.
He's not the main focus.
Right. I guess he is a big part of the plot, but he's not. Right. He's not the main focus.
Yeah, and like, wasn't there like the actor himself was 17? So when he was filming the sex scene, his mom had to be there.
that's true.
Imagine that.
So.
But
he was
I think like the whole McLovin and the cops that could have been its own movie.
yeah.
Like I like that. I think I like that part better.
I want a
than, like, the
sequel
rest
where
of
he
the-
becomes a cop.
I think that's a spin-off right there.
I feel like it could have happened.
Years later.
McLovin.
Something.
Last thing I want to mention about McLovin is McLovin is often used in various rap songs as like a hook, not hook, but like a killer line. To quote Lil Pump's song "I Love It," he says, "Your boyfriend is a dork, McLovin." Kanye West has referenced him. Various rappers, and they use them in certain ways, like saying something super bad, McLovin, catchy little thing, a little play on words, or how making fun of people who love cops, call him McLovin, because McLovin loves the cops. Like, there's various ways you can use McLovin. Even, like, saying you love something, like, I'm McLovin it. No.
No, okay.
That's McLovin's thing. Now, is McDonald's... I think about McDonald's sometimes.
But this has nothing to do with McDonald's.
Yeah, they have nothing to do with it, right?
Right.
It's like McLovin. Hey, what is McLovin? Like, what does that mean?
That's his name.
Yeah, but, like, how did he come up with that?
It was either that or Muhammad.
Yeah.
The most common name in the world.
See, he knows that. That's how smart he is. Going back to that.
You may never understand his methods or
They work,
his
though.
reasoning.
It works, though.
Somehow it does. Can't deny that.
One more funny line is when he finally has sex, he's like, "Oh, it's in!" And then the cops cock block him. And then Seth Rogen's like, "We shouldn't be cock blocking him, we should be cock helping him," or something like that. We should be helping his cock. McLovin, great guy.
Hopefully we get him on.
You are invited.
Now, I want to touch on something back to media.
Okay.
Uh,
You must.
I watch a lot of Hotel Impossible.
What's that?
Great show. They have they go in and they look at shitty hotels. Not really shitty hotels, rundown hotels, hotels that are struggling, and they go and they help them improve, set them up with a plan, renovate parts of the hotel, show them what they're doing wrong.
I hate hotels.
Do you?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I never had a really good experience. Like, hotels are nice. Like, you go in, you don't have to, like, clean up, really. It's like your own little personal little room. But I feel like most of the time, like, first off, it's kind of expensive. And second off, sometimes
depends on the hotel
the
you're
maid
going to.
bothers you sometimes. Like, he wants to come in. Housekeeping.
Never had an issue with a maid or housekeeping coming in.
That's what the card's for.
Lock
I
the
guess that's
door.
okay. I know. I get a little nervous
They have
sometimes,
keys
though.
to the door.
Yeah.
No, you put the
Yeah, put the sign.
deadbolts.
My favorite thing about the hotels is, like, the free breakfast. I think that's pretty hype.
It's the only time I will ever eat breakfast is a hotel free
Yeah.
breakfast.
Actually, I want to hog the mic, but I do have a crazy hotel story I want to talk about.
You know what? Go ahead.
But
You got the mic.
Misha, actually, you know what? Crazy thing. Misha Collins was this. So, me and Misha, last year, the 1 year anniversary of this happening, because it was July 25th that this happened. So that was our 1 year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. We went to Philadelphia. You like Philadelphia, right? It was okay. It
Did
was
you
a
get
lot.
any Philly cheesesteaks?
I got one from Gino's Steaks. Wasn't that good, but it was it's a lot of weirdos. They're asking for money.
Kind of scary.
That's a
Generally-
city for you.
I know, but Philadelphia is fucking. Like this one guy was like, "Hey, big guy." He's like, "Oh man,
That's so rude.
my car broke down. I need money for the train." I'm like, "I'm not giving you shit, dude. Like, fuck off."
Sure, tell me I need money for the
And then I'm trying to put ketchup on my Philly cheesesteak, and another guy comes up to me.
Whoa. You don't put ketchup on a Philly cheesesteak.
Why?
Especially in Philadelphia.
What are you gonna do?
You don't. That's not a Philly
What am I
cheesesteak.
supposed to put on it, huh?
You don't
Don't
put
they have, like-
ketchup.
What do I put on it?
Cheese. You have cheese.
What else do I put
Don't
on
they
it?
have like a
What
sauce or
huh?
something?
They don't need a sauce.
What sauce?
I
The
could've sworn
cheese.
I saw
If anything, you put mayo.
You know,
If anything,
go f yourself. It's my mouth. I'll put what I want.
you can.
Anyway,
just it's.
a guy was bothering me asking for money when I'm putting ketchup on my Philly cheesesteak, and it sucked. It was annoying. Anyway, back to the hotel. That's the main story. Anyway, I had to take a shit, so I took a shit, and I was done.
Congratulations.
And then
This is in your room.
this is in my room. It's a pretty nice place.
Ooh, it was a good room.
It was a nice room.
It was really
Yeah,
big.
it was
It was
really big.
nice.
Had a nice table, nice chairs.
Nice window.
And then Misha went in to use the bathroom, and she left. And then you know sometimes like toilets like they run. You know what I mean? Like it won't stop making the noise. You
Right.
know. So you have to go in and like
Jiggle the handle.
jiggle the handle, like lift it up. So I lift the toilet's cover. You know what I'm talking about, like
The lid, like the
like
top,
the top of the lid.
the ceramic part.
Yeah, so I lift it up, and I don't know why. I think this is the hotel's fault because like the seats are kind of circular. They're kind of like slanted like this.
What do you mean?
No,
Like it's like
that's how
it's
they
not
all
flat.
are.
It's not flat.
Yeah.
Like my toilet seat's flat.
No.
Mine upstairs is flat. You can go look.
Well, not all of them are, right?
Yeah, but anyway, it was kind of slanted. So I carefully lifted the top and put it on top of the lid of the seat.
I'm guessing you broke it.
And I went to lift up, and the whole thing slid down, and it cracked everywhere. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to pay for this. But we had a whole thing talking about how, like, because her sister and boyfriend, they had a story where they went to a hotel. They, like, charged them just in case they broke something. You know, it was this whole thing, like, oh, we don't break
Like a safety
anything.
deposit.
Yeah, unless you don't break
so-
anything. So I was worried.
Don't break anything.
Okay, so that's why I was worried, because we just broke the toilet bowl. But,
You broke the toilet bowl.
Yeah,
not
I-
me.
Oh, broken
Fucking
lid.
do anything.
you know
Yeah,
what?
toilet
If you
lid.
didn't make
Toilet
the toilet
lid.
run, it wouldn't have happened.
This was it's completely damaged.
So
It's
I'm
gone,
thinking to
it's
myself,
lost.
Yeah, it's shattered.
but then I'm like,
Like 3 pieces.
Sneaky Thad comes in my mind, and he's like, I got an idea. So I call room service, and I'm like, okay, so there was a problem with my hotel room. I went to the bathroom, and I noticed there was a crack in the top of the toilet bowl. So I went to investigate it, and as I touched it to like look at it, it just shattered completely.
That did not work.
It did.
It worked.
Holy fuck.
It worked. So he's like, okay, we'll send someone up. Some guy came in, and he's like, comes in with like a new one already. No, he first came in like
No,
a
he
guy.
came
had
in
extras
and
of
he
these?
said, no,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like, I'll grab you a new one.
And,
So-
yeah, and then I was like, is there any charge? He's like, oh, no charge.
Yeah, okay, so he fixed it and then he left. And then, like, a few minutes later, someone else comes knocking on our door to fix it, but, like, the guy already came, so we were, like, really stressed out because now
Yeah.
someone else was coming in to see it.
Not everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
everything came up Millhouse.
did they ever fix the actual issue with the toilet where they wouldn't flush?
Yeah, I fixed it. I
It
guess
was
you said,
fine.
yeah, you just had to like lift it up.
Yeah, I just don't know why you would place that glass part on the top
You know
of the
what?
toilet without checking if it was
you know
flat
what?
first
It was
or
a
something.
hot day. Okay.
Was this your first day?
Yeah,
how
we
Yes,
many-
the
just
first
got
night,
in
first
there.
night.
All
We
right.
just got in there and settled.
Yeah, so it
and
worked
then-
out.
So it was
He
believable
freaking-
that this was my first time seeing it cracked, and
Yeah.
I grabbed it or
Yeah,
whatever.
anyway, it worked. This was at the.
Sounds like a nice place.
It was a pretty. Another thing was like it was kind of hard to find. Wait, what are you saying?
I just can't
Yeah.
believe you did that.
Hey, man, whatever. Nothing to worry about. It's kind of hard to find a little bit, but we found it.
Something
I had
like
to
that.
drive too. It was hard to find.
Yeah, that was the deal because I drive everywhere, so you
I
drive
know,
on
but
vacation.
it was like,
even though I'm
in the
driving,
city-
even though I'm driving to the next vacation we do.
and like you had to drive like behind the hotel, and like we were like going in circles a few times to find the parking, and like then the parking is like valet, so then they just bring your
Yeah,
car
it
somewhere
was,
else.
anyway, it was a good time. I feel like it was okay. Don't go to Hershey Park.
Did the
But-
did the toilet did the lid chip the tile on the floor
No.
of the bathroom?
Oh
at
yeah,
all?
we had to pick everything up too. So like
Yeah, we made it look
there was
believable.
like 3 pieces, and then like we just picked up all the stuff on the ground. It was in the trash, so I was like, I hope they don't check the trash because there's all
Oh.
the evidence.
Back to the Philly steak. I had another one at the terminal market. It's really good.
All right, so you got
That
like
was good.
50-50 there.
We went there 5 minutes before they closed. They were pretty mad. But
You wanted to go to that other place,
which one?
the one you first got one.
Yeah, Gino steaks.
Like that's where you wanted to go. You're
Yeah,
like, this
Gino's
is the
is a
place.
little
I know, 'cause
Overrated
it
from what
looked
I hear.
cool. The picture looked cool.
We
The
had to
picture
walk
fooled
all
me.
the way over there.
Yeah, it was a nice
So
walk.
far away.
It was a nice walk.
You didn't even like it.
I liked
Worth
it.
it.
He just wasn't that good.
Are you gonna drive when you go to Bojangles?
Oh, okay, we're gonna talk about that after. But I do want to go to. I'll try to Bojangles. I'll drive.
All right.
I want to try The Bojangles, they have back to food. They have the new Mountain Dew Southern Shock, which I heard is pretty good.
That's the place in Pennsylvania, correct?
There's one in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna call ahead to make sure they have it. Because Pennsylvania's not really Southern Shock. I don't want to go down there to see if they don't have it.
Well, I went to Pennsylvania at the beginning of June.
They have it?
I just drove there. I went to Allentown and went back home. Allentown, Bethlehem, and just drove back home.
We also go to White Castle if we go.
Oof. I don't know how I've never been to a White Castle.
We could go to Bojangles just for the drink and then go to White Castle. We need ice though.
Ice. I don't know.
Oh yes.
Some people anti.
Speaking of ice and what are you gonna say?
Go ahead.
I always hog them like I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
We gotta cut these little shitty pieces out.
Anyway, I think I like about the hotels. I like the ice bucket. I think it's pretty cool. Have my own little mini fridge and my little ice bucket.
I love hotels. Always
nice.
have.
You just completely changed your opinion.
Yeah.
You started saying, I don't like hotels.
He said
Now
that.
you're
No,
saying,
He
"I
said
like
that because
hotels."
they're expensive. He's got to spend some money on a hotel. You went to a nice hotel. Spend the money.
all the
Like
time.
there's something I don't like about hotels.
It's no Wilbraham Inn over in front of Big Y.
I've never been there.
I have. It's very, I don't know. Basic. I think they have nightlife, if you know what I mean, there. Hotels are fun. I always like going to different hotels. Hanging out in the lobby. I love that.
Pretending you live there. So
Like,
pretending you live there.
Sweet life, exactly.
Shout out to Mr. Mosby. Great guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Chill's trying to get him on.
My late father, God bless his soul, who used to sneak me into hotels and get the free breakfast there.
Ooh, nice.
Oh no, there was also was one hotel had like an exclusive restaurant. Like, you had to be there to use it. He used to sneak me in, and they had really good pancakes.
Where was this? New Orleans?
Yeah, New Orleans. They had like plate-sized pancakes and like it was a big stack, and it's pretty good. I want to say that was a banger meal. But enough about me.
Just keep in mind, this is not a food podcast.
It's not a food podcast.
Back to pancakes. Shout out to the New Day. What's the finish to this?
What about the top 5 takeaways from this podcast?
Top 5 takeaways. Number 1, always have notes. We're gonna cut some stuff out, but let's just say there was some. We had more to talk about Superbad, but lack of notes on my part. I apologize.
Number 2, listen to the song.
Number 3, keep an open mind with snacks and what could be their ingredients.
Can we just stop talking about it? I don't like them just because they have crickets in them. I just did not like those chips. I just did not like them.
All right, I'll bring an ant next time and see if that'll change your mind.
You know what? I'll admit it. I don't like crickets, okay? They gross me out.
They don't look like crickets.
I know, but like, okay.
It could be
Let
like
me say
pepper.
something. I didn't say it but the time when I was like, oh, just eat it then right now after the Baconator chips, I did feel kind of gross eating it.
Maybe that's why you're all messed up right now.
Maybe I'm messed up.
You could tell.
Maybe the crickets are in me right now.
Yeah,
Really?
that's true. Maybe this screwed up your whole mojo for the night.
Yeah. Number 4.
Don't change your opinion.
Number 4. Fuck Kanzi.
Hey, hotels. Oh, not like.
Oh, okay.
Kanzi. We got to get Kanzi back on. I told him we have to get him on. He doesn't listen. He says he doesn't have time.
Kanzi's gonna be on episode 11 for sure. We're not recording without him. That's set in stone.
That might be a while.
We can record right at his poolside mansion. And what's 5?
Don't be so paranoid when people are coming over to your house.
Okay, these guys try to spook me today.
No, you kind of spooked yourself.
We didn't do anything.
Nothing was planned.
We just came in the door and you
Okay,
were
you
freaking-
coming in and being like,
You were
said
going-
saying like, oh, I don't know where he is. Like you said it like he was hiding.
I didn't say that. Like you asked, like where's Silas? I don't know where he is.
You said like, oh, I don't know where he is.
It's how I talk, pal.
Okay,
I like the studio.
I do.
That's the takeaway.
yeah, it's a good studio.
The big table.
The microwave.
Yeah.
No mini fridge.
Bar. We're gonna get our own bartender.
Anyway, that was the Elder God
Red
Podcast, episode 9.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Comment, like, subscribe. Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. It's on all of them. And follow our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook
Don't
if
forget.
you want. Do it.
Join our
It's
groups.
It's free, and if you don't like it, you can just unsubscribe.
Send us a question or two. Maybe we'll answer them.
Please comment. We want to hear from you.
Okay, bye.